You know, when talking about other Zelda games that are not Breath of the Wild 2 for 2022 on the Nintendo Switch, I can see a lot of people saying that they want games like The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, which is a game I would just love to have portable on the Nintendo Switch, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, maybe even some DS Zelda games, heck, maybe even throw the Oracle remakes in there as well, but I want to see another Toon Link game. We haven't seen one in quite some time, right? I mean, could you imagine a Toon Link game on the scale of Breath of the Wild 1? That would be fantastic. By the way, what Zelda games would you like to see now that Breath of the Wild 2 isn't delayed? Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the Robo Show, where we take the gaming news format that channels like Spawnwave or Arlo do, add a dash of animation and some cool editing on top to bring you your gaming news, leaks, and rumors in a fresh new way. If you're new here and want to be kept up on everything gaming, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoy the video and dislike if not. In this video, we are going to talk about The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker and The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess ports, and if they're still coming to the Nintendo Switch even after the Nintendo insiders were wrong about these two games coming to the Nintendo Switch and being revealed at that September Nintendo Direct. We will look at both sides of the argument, the ones that still think these games are coming to the Nintendo Switch and others who don't think it, as well as Jeff Grubb's response after those two games were wrong about coming to the September Nintendo Direct. He also has some words on the Metroid games as well, not being on the Direct, and if they're still coming too. If you guys enjoy this video, leave a like. The more you like this video, the more content I'll make just like this. And if you want to help me reach my goal of 1,000 followers on Twitter, you can follow me at RoboRob93. Without further delay, let's talk about those Zelda games. So The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker and The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess are games that I sorely want on the Nintendo Switch. There are many reasons why I want them on the Nintendo Switch, including preservation, portability from the Nintendo Switch, and just my overall excitement of playing them on the go. And not only just for myself, but others playing these games for the first time. It's really exciting for people who never played the Zelda games to play them for the first time. Because yes, there are a ton of people who just never got to play these games, whether they just missed out on them, or they were too young, or they weren't even born yet, and maybe Breath of the Wild was their first Zelda game and now they got all of these Zelda games that they can't play or they don't have access to or they don't know how to emulate. So when insiders were saying that The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker and The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess are coming to the Nintendo Switch and being revealed at that September Nintendo Direct, I was really excited, but I understood that these could be wrong, especially with the amount of things that have gone wrong in the past year when these insiders come out and say that these things are happening. Now unfortunately, we didn't get them at the September Nintendo Direct, but does that mean they're not coming to the Nintendo Switch at all? Well, personally, I am giving up on these games. Don't get me wrong, I'll still cover the inside info and any news that happens on them and so on. I even have a full animation review plan for Wind Waker and other Zelda games, but as a Nintendo Switch owner, just like you guys, my expectations are just at an all-time low right now. And not just regular low, I mean like really low. But that doesn't mean other Nintendo Switch fans have given up. I did a poll on the channel and 1,800 of you voted, and plenty of you are still holding on to your dreams for these games coming to the Nintendo Switch. So let's look at the two sides. And let's start with the first side saying that it still could come. So let's just speculate on what's going on with these games, assuming that they are coming and Nintendo didn't show them at the Nintendo Direct because they have them for later on in the year, or 2023. Well, the first theory I would throw out is that Nintendo could Twitter drop these online or in a trailer in 2022. Another possibility is that Nintendo could be saving them for after The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 Tears of the Kingdom. One thing you guys have to remember is that we will probably get a February Nintendo Direct to set up more of 2023. So seeing those Zelda games is in the realm of possibility if I were to believe if these games are still coming. I'm at an all-time low. Assuming that Nintendo still has these in plan and they do exist, typically Nintendo likes to do a Nintendo Direct, so I would expect them there. And let's say if that does happen, I could see them placing the release date for those games either before Breath of the Wild 2 or after, but not too long before or after. I don't think they would wait a lot of time after Breath of the Wild 2 or before. I think it would be pretty close just to hold Zelda fans over. That would be a pretty good way to keep Zelda in people's minds and then release that big Zelda game. Again, this is all speculation assuming that these games still exist. Because you have to think, if Nintendo isn't doing a Zelda game, which they usually do one every single year, then something Zelda has to be in 2023. Now that could be Breath of the Wild 2, or another Zelda reveal. Because personally, I don't think Breath of the Wild 2 isn't the only Zelda thing that's going to happen in 2023. I think Nintendo will announce another Zelda game somewhere in 2023 for 2024, or maybe even closer if it's like a port or a remaster or a remake or whatever. Speaking on the whole Zelda once a year, I do have a small theory on that. Nintendo does like to do one Zelda game a year, and we didn't get one in 2022, but did we? Did we actually get one or did we not? Because remember, those NSO games exist too. My question is, does Nintendo consider the Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time as a Zelda game in 2022? And that's why Nintendo is okay with not having any Zelda games? I'm wondering if that's the case. What do you guys think? Do you think Nintendo considers that a Zelda game this year, even though it's just on the Nintendo Switch Online Service app? And if that's the case, I think we are going to get another reveal in 2023 for a new Zelda game. Now, whether that be a remake, a remaster, a new Link iteration, or what have you. Now, if you want to know why I think these games should hit the Nintendo Switch and all the reasons behind that, click the top right corner of this video. And if not, let's look at the other side, the side that I'm personally on. I think according to the poll I did, a lot of you guys are on this side too. I think it's about half and half. So in my opinion, I don't think they will come. I've fully given up on them and I'm not expecting them at all. And here's my personal reason why. As I said before the Nintendo Direct, if Nintendo was holding on to these games, Nintendo would have showed them in the September Nintendo Direct and they would have been a holiday release game, right? Why would you hold on to those? At the very least, you would have announced them for the first half of 2023 along with Fire Emblem Engage and the Kirby remake. Those two games are obviously pretty far in development to be releasing in the first half of 2023, so why wouldn't they do the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess games as well if they exist? They wouldn't need that much work in the first place, so they should be fairly quick to make. So it's just not adding up and I don't think they're gonna happen. Now, does that mean because I don't think they're gonna happen that they won't happen? No, I could be dead wrong. The stuff mentioned previously could happen. I think even though one could think that these games could not happen or something won't happen, it's important to try to see it from the other's perspective, the other side, because when you look at it from someone else's perspective, you can often form new ideas and new things. Not just in games, but in life. Life lessons from Robo. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the two sides. Now Jeff Grubb has responded to his information being wrong, and this is what he says. Or more specifically, the bullet points from the article. Grubb offers an apology for the rumors. Grubb also offers an apology on Mike Minetti's behalf, who also spoke on the rumors. Grubb says they jumped the gun on the rumors and never verified their sources. There is no vetting process on the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess rumors. Grubb claims that he and Mike misheard about Wind Waker and Twilight Princess and got caught up in the hype. With Metroid Prime Remaster, Grubb is still under the assumption that it's coming out. Grubb still says his information points to the title being released this holiday. Going forward, Grubb won't ever talk about a leak again without actually double checking and confirming. So going forward, whenever we cover Jeff Grubb, we're gonna assume that he double-checked his Nintendo Switch rumors and leaks. With that being said, even after some of the recent rumors and leaks being wrong, he still says he's assuming that these games are coming this holiday, and this would mean a couple things. The first thing is Nintendo would probably drop these as a Twitter drop or in another Nintendo Direct. I don't see how Nintendo could announce Metroid Prime 1 Remastered other than these two. If we look back at last year too, there was no Nintendo Direct after September. So if we were to go on what they were doing last year, we could say that a Twitter drop is coming for the Metroid Prime 1 Remaster. Because I don't think they would do another Nintendo Direct. Kind of. Again, the Nintendo momentum isn't perfect, but it's a pretty good way. So I think these games can be dropped in a Direct, not a huge Direct, probably like a mini Nintendo Direct or a third-party Direct. And when I mean games, I meant game, just one game, Metroid Prime 1 Remaster. Or it could be a Twitter drop, which we've seen Nintendo do. Now, interestingly enough, when you talk about Directs, they had two Directs last year around the time a little bit after, in I think it was like November or December. I know we had an indie Nintendo Direct, so I'm fully expecting one very soon, but we also had the Smash Bros. Direct and the Animal Crossing Direct. So I wonder if Nintendo has something planned for some of the games, or maybe they're just gonna do a third-party Direct or another Direct. It's gonna be interesting to see, because I think Nintendo is still gonna hold a couple more events in the rest of the year, assuming they're following the same pattern as last year and they still want some marketing points throughout the year in 2022. Overall, these are just really my current thoughts on the current situation surrounding the Zelda games and the Metroid Prime 1 game after that September Nintendo Direct. My expectations for these games have just taken a nosedive, both the Metroid Prime 1 Remaster and the Zelda games. But I still wanted to see it from your guys, the people who believe that these games are coming, and try to speculate if I believe that as well. But yeah, anyways, what do you guys think about all of this? Do you think that the Zelda games still exist? Do you think they don't exist? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below, and let's discuss. And if not, on your way out, make sure you subscribe for more videos and also have that notification bell on. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, there is my Patreon and Twitter account in the pinned comment if you're interested in those. Oh, and also have this donut if you're still sticking around for me rambling. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.